Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily M Parr, and in today's video we will be practicing a 30-minute sunshine yoga flow. So before we get started, please make sure that you find yourself in a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. Closing your eyes, getting grounded and comfortable, slowing down your breath, and starting to tune into your body and just noticing how it feels. And sending your breath in a loving awareness to any areas of tension, pain, or soreness. Relaxing the face, the jaw, and the belly. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And together we'll take 3 deep cleansing breaths to open up our practice. Taking a full inhale through the nose. Exhale, sighing out. Inhale all the way in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale, feeling the chest rise. Exhale, letting the belly fully expand. And then starting to activate your Ujjayi breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose like you're fogging up a mirror. Feeling that breath along the back of the throat. And tuning into your senses, feeling fully supported by the ground beneath you, and calling your awareness back to the present moment. And taking a second to set an intention for today's practice, choosing something that you can take with you off of your mat into the rest of your day. And then with an inhale, keeping the eyes closed, sweeping the arms up overhead. Hands come together in prayer down at heart center, inhaling your intention. Exhale, cancel, clear, and delete any obstacles to our path today. Inhaling your intention. Exhale, cancel, clear, and delete any obstacles to your path today. And then keeping your eyes closed, placing your hands on your knees, staying in tune with the body and how it feels. Let's start to make big circles around, activating the spine, moving your neck and head with you, moving with your breath. Big dramatic circles around. This is our first somatic exercise of the practice, regulating our nervous system. And somatics essentially include shaking, swaying, jumping, stomping, even singing and dancing. These all help to regulate the nervous system. And then let's move in the opposite direction, big circles around, breathing really deeply. Imagining that you're sprouting roots deep into the earth, keeping you grounded and supported here for 3, 2, and last 1. Sitting up nice and tall. And let's take a big inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, taking your right hand down to your right side. Left arm reaches up and over, looking towards your elbow. Breathing down that side body for 3 full breaths. Full inhale and full exhale. Clearing any stuck or stagnant energy in the rib cage. Full breath in. Slowly bringing that right hand over to that left knee. Left arm props up with an inhale. Exhale, twist. Soft grip on the knee, boosting digestion. Clearing the gut for a brand new day so it is easier to listen to your intuition and allow it to be your guide. 1 more full breath in. Full breath out. Let's inhale the arms up and overhead. And then with an inhale, sweeping the arms up and over, coming over to the left side. Looking towards that right elbow with a full breath in. Full breath out. Trying to keep that arm away from your face. Opening up the chest. And then taking that arm behind you. And then with your exhale, taking your left hand to your right knee. Right arm props up against your rib cage and spine with an inhale in your seated twist. Exhale, twisting, looking over that right shoulder. Soft grip on the knee, keeping your chin parallel to the ground like you have a crown on your head and you are not letting it slip. Inhaling confidence. Exhaling any insecurities or doubts. Balancing, cleansing, and clearing the gut and boosting digestion. Let's inhale the arms up and overhead, and then exhale, take the hands down in front of you, coming to your tabletop position. Finding the middle of your mat, spreading your fingers wide, slight bending them like Spider-Man hands, like you're going to scale a wall to protect the wrists, suctioning the palm to the mat, creases of your elbows face forward, wrists under shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Let's take an inhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest, cat back. Exhale, emptying out the belly, lifting the crown of the head to cow. Inhale, cat, rounding the spine. And exhale, cow. One more time. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. Good. Let's bring those hands out towards the top of the mat, coming forward into an upward facing dog, and then rocking towards the heels. Inhale over the wrists, exhale towards the heels, finding a gentle flow, activating the spine for 3, 2, and last 1. Let's curl the toes under, send the hips up to our first downward facing dog of the practice, bringing your feet in a little bit closer than hip width apart, pushing that mat away from you and sending the hips to the back of the room. Maybe you pedal out your feet here, bending one knee at a time for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll come into our morning sun salutations. Bending the knees, looking towards the top of your mat, jump or step to forward fold. Taking your hands either in front of you onto some blocks or fingertips in front of the face. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold towards your legs. Holding opposite elbows, sway gently from side to side, our second somatic release of our practice, releasing any tension in the spine. Maybe you even sway the arms back and forth or bob up and down, kind of like a jellyfish, to release that tension. Using your breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, folds. Inhale, root to rise. Arms come all the way up to standing. Hands together in prayer, if you can't see in the frame, bringing them down to heart center in your mountain pose, Tadasana, shining the palms forward, arriving here with presence. Inhale, a brand new day, clean slate, arms come up, hooking the thumbs together, swaying over to the right, looking towards that top elbow, and then over to the left, side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center with an inhale. Exhale, fold. Taking your hands down to your mat, stepping back to a high plank. We'll take our first vinyasa, the word for transition. Lowering down chaturanga. I'll first show you the modified version. Knees lower down, uncurl your toes. Creases of your elbows face forward, elbows go by your sides, lowering down your chest, and then bringing the chin forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pressing through those palms, straightening out the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Full breath in, full breath out. 2 more rounds of these sun salutations. Bending the knees, jump or step, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center in mountain pose, Tadasana. Full breath in, reaching into the sky, Grabbing that brand new energy, pulling it down, folding forward, stepping or jumping back to your high plank, taking your chaturanga. Now this is the not modified version. So it lowers down, we lower down like a push-up, and then come to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. So that lowering down in that chaturanga is with control. Going forward, you will choose whether you're doing the modified or the full version. One more sun salutation, taking a full breath in, breathing into those hamstrings. Exhale, bending the knees, looking towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, feeling those hamstrings. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling your intention. Exhale, releasing any obstacles, folding forward. Jumping or stepping back, taking your chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, pointing the toes. Exhale, bending your knee. Inhale, opening up the hip, make 3 circles away for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step that right foot in between the hands, squaring off your hips so the feet are in alignment with your shoulders. Inhale, arms come up, high lunge, palms face each other. Take your time transitioning, 90-degree angle between your knee and your ankle. Deepening your breath, 3 breaths. Back heel is lifted. 2. Full inhale. Exhale, sweeping the arms, releasing any tension, any doubts, any insecurities. Inhaling confidence. Exhaling limitations. Inhaling fresh energy. Exhaling yesterday. Inhaling intuition. Exhaling doubt. Good. Taking that left hand down to the mat. Let's inhale that right arm to the sky. Easy twist towards the hand. Full inhale. Full exhale. One more full breath in. And then with your exhale, slowly lower the hand down. Let's straighten out the leg, maybe even shortening the stance, bringing that left foot forward. You can use blocks here, or maybe not, straightening out that right leg to pyramid pose. So maybe you bring the hands to the hips, maybe you have your hands on some blocks here, or maybe you have your hands by your foot. Folding over that thigh with an inhale, lengthening. Exhale, folding. Breathing deeply into the hips and hamstrings. Resetting your legs, your hips and hamstrings for a new day. Good, let's bend into that right knee. And then turn that left foot to the back edge. We're gonna take that right hand on the inside of that right leg, or maybe onto a block, coming to our tree pose. Coming to our triangle pose, Trikonasana. Turning that hip to the sky, left arm to the sky with a full breath in. Full breath out. One more full breath. And then coming all the way up, hips facing the same direction as that back leg, to our warrior 2. Right palm faces up, left palm faces down. Inhaling, exhaling. Imagining your power building in that right palm, calling it back to you from all places, spaces, times, and dimensions. Taking a big inhale, feeling it warm up the hand, reaching into the sky, letting it drip down the arm, exhaling into the heart center, reverse the warrior. Taking that left arm behind you. Good, one more full breath in. Exhale, cartwheeling your hands down. Left foot faces forward, sending that right leg behind you, taking your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's inhale that left leg to the sky. And exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, open up the hip 3 circles away for 3, 2, and 1. Stepping that left foot in between the hands, come to your high lunge. Taking your time, listen to your body. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bending generously into the knee. 2 more breaths. Full inhale. Exhale, sweeping any stuck or stagnant energy away. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, sweep. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, sweep. Good. Right hand to the mat. Left arm reaches into the sky, pulling down that cosmic energy to support you. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Let's straighten out that left leg to our pyramid pose. Remember, you can shorten that stance using your blocks if you have them. Hands to the hips, or maybe hands by the leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, melting towards the thigh. Listening to the body with every breath. Sending love to those areas that most need it. And then bending into that left knee, maybe bringing that right leg a little further back, turning it to the edge of the mat. Left hand comes in front of that left leg. Right arm reaches to the sky, Trikonasana, triangle pose. 3 breaths, turning that hip to the sky. Shifting the weight into the quad rather into the knee. Full breath in. Exhale, coming all the way up, keeping that knee bent. Left palm opens up to receiving new blessings today in your warrior 2. Right palm faces down. Inhale, inhaling those new blessings, reaching into the sky. Exhale, reversing the warrior. Right hand behind you. Breathing down the side body. Full inhale. Exhale, cartwheeling those hands down. Right foot faces forward. Taking your vinyasa, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, shifting forward to tabletop. Exhale, bringing your knees as wide as the mat. Toes come together, bringing the glutes down to the heels, down to your child's pose. Settling in here, melting into the floor, bringing those hands as wide as the mat, glutes down to the heels, and lowering that third eye space in between the brows down to the mat, deepening your breath and reconnecting to your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Allowing yourself to slow down a bit. And then taking your right arm, reaching underneath the left, threading the needle, bringing that right shoulder and right ear down to the mat as that left arm reaches forward. Left armpit faces the ground. Releasing any pressure that you may be putting on yourself off of that shoulder. And letting it melt away. And as you stay connected to the earth beneath you, allowing it to renew the body. With your next breath, bringing that right arm forward, left arm reaches underneath. Noticing the difference on this side of the body. And as you lie here, know that you are divinely guided and supported, that you do not have to do it all yourself. That when you Allow that when you allow yourself to slow down, you are allowing space to be supported. One more full breath in, and then with your exhale, bringing those hands forward. Let's bring ourselves back into our tabletop, feet directly behind the knees, walking your hands in, and inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. With your exhale, taking your hands behind you to your camel pose, pushing your pelvis and hips forward, leaning back, bringing the face to the sky. Maybe you take the hands to the low back or behind the thighs, or maybe even reaching for the heels, pushing the pelvis and hips forward so that we're not leaning back here. We're reaching just one arm into the sky, playing around with it, full inhale. With your exhale, coming all the way down to your belly, shifting forward, bringing the legs behind you. Let's bring the elbows in alignment with the chest, coming to our Sphinx pose, wiggling the hips from side to side to relax the belly, the pelvis, and the hips. Pressing into those forearms. Deep belly breaths, lifting the chest, relaxing the glutes, relaxing the tops of the toes. And then decompressing the spine and hips and pelvis, we'll twist the spine to look over to one foot. And then over to the other foot, side to side. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Let's bring that left arm in. Then pressing that right hip flexor and quad into the mat, bending that right knee, reaching for that right foot. Digging deep into the ground. Releasing any tension in the quads. Imagining it melting away. And then with your next breath, releasing. And coming over to the other side, our quads tend to get really neglected. So if you tend to do any sort of sports involving running or jumping, making sure that you are stretching your quads regularly will help you go further in your sports. One more full breath in. With your exhale, releasing, taking your hands by your side, pressing up to your upward facing dog, exhaling to your downward dog. Inhaling right leg to the sky. Exhale, bending the right knee behind that right wrist, crossing the top of your mat, drawing that left leg back, coming into your pigeon pose. Inhaling, sitting up tall. Exhale without leaning to one side or the other, lowering down to your sleeping pigeon. Breathing deeply into that right side of the body. And being really patient, really compassionate, really gentle with yourself. Witnessing whatever thoughts or feelings that may come up here and allowing yourself to release them. Full breath in, full breath out. With your next breath, slowly coming back up to your hands. And then we'll swing that left leg around, coming to our cow face pose. So maybe you stack that left leg on top of that right knee, keeping that right foot outside of the left hip. So it looks like this if I face forward. Or maybe you grab that left ankle, draw it outside of that right hip, shifting around so the flesh of the sit bones are glued to the mat. Bringing those arms out in front of you, shoulders down away from the ears, crossing right over left, hands twist together, thumb to third eye. Taking a full inhale, exhale, folding towards the legs, feeling that breath at the very back of the rib cage, breathing into the inner thighs and hips, holding it here. 2 more full breaths. Full inhale, full exhale. 1 more full breath in. With your exhale slowly coming up, unraveling the arms, unraveling the legs. Feet are as wide as the mat. Windshield wipe the knees from side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweeping them around, coming to your tabletop. Inhaling to downward facing dog. Exhale, settle in. Inhaling left leg to the sky. Exhaling, coming to your pigeon pose. Drawing that right knee back. Right foot behind that right knee, avoiding leaning. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale to sleeping pigeon. Different side of the body, different story. Listening to that left side. Three full breaths here. Full breath in. Full breath out. Releasing any tension, any stuck or stagnant energy, any limitations to your creativity. Full inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back up, sweeping that right leg behind, around in front of you, and then coming to your cow face pose. Remember that leg can be stacked on top. This will improve over time, or maybe you bring it in. Arms in front, crossing opposite arm on top, hands together. Thumb to third eye. Inhale, exhale, folding. Three full breaths. Full inhale. Exhale, releasing. Windshield wiping the legs from side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come to our reverse tabletop. Fingertips facing forward, spreading them wide, bending into your elbows, engaging the shoulders. Pressing up with an inhale, finding a comfortable place for your neck and head. So the chin is off of the chest, but the head isn't all the way back where we're going to strain it. Full inhale, full exhale, feeling that stretch on the forearms and wrists. And then slowly extending those legs in front of you, inhaling the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, keeping that chest lifted, shoulders back. And then melting towards the belly, and then melting the belly towards the thighs. And don't worry about reaching for your toes. Everybody's anatomy is different. Simply breathing into the legs, maybe even keeping a slight bend in them, or using a strap if you have it. All the way in, all the way out. And then slowly coming all the way down to your back. Finding the middle of the mat. Bending your knees into chest, rocking around in a circle, massaging your spine. And then coming to happy baby, keeping your back and shoulders glued to the mat, opening the knees out to the sides to open up the hips, elbows on the inside of the knees, either reaching for the ankles, edges of the feet, or the toes. And maybe you stay here in stillness or rock from side to side. Or perhaps if you have more room, you can extend the legs out. Full breath in, full breath out. Slowly bring the knees back to center. Let's lower the knees down to the left side, coming to supine twist, looking over your right shoulder with that right arm out to the side, shoulders down. Left hand softly holds onto those knees. And just so you know, the easiest way to regulate your nervous system whenever you may feel overwhelmed is to just simply slow down and do things with more intention. Softening the rib cage and the belly. And then slowly coming over to the other side. Increasing your lung capacity. And balancing, cleansing, and clearing the heart space. And the longer that you choose to stay in supine twist, the more you'll feel that drainage of your digestive system. With your next breath, bringing the knees back into center, tightening everything up, squinching your face, curling your toes, making fists, make a full inhale, and then exhale, releasing to your final resting pose, your final Shavasana. Settling in for these last few minutes of our practice for peace, quiet, and stillness, tuning inwards, focusing on gratitude and self-reflection, and allowing yourself to rest, receive, and integrate the codes of the new DNA that you've created here from all of your movement and hard work. Slowly beginning to draw awareness back to the body, maybe wiggling your fingers, your toes, or moving your head from side to side. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, sighing out, stretching out the belly. And then slowly coming to your right side in fetal position, keeping the eyes closed. And taking a moment to thank your body, making a mental snapshot of the peace, the strength, and the balance that you've created here, and placing it somewhere in the forefront of your mind where it will be easily accessible to you whenever you may need it. And then taking your time, keeping your eyes closed, slowly coming up to seated position whenever you're ready. Finding a comfortable seat. Let's inhale. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, dropping your chin to your chest. May you continue to feel balanced in your mind, body, and spirit. May you extend the peace that you've created here to all those you meet. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. From my heart to yours, namaste. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and check out the description for all of my other wellness offers. Until next time, stay golden.